Okay, so my chat room still says 0, so I don't know if you're still in here, Binge Thinker. If anyone is in here, I am going to start. Okay, in a minute. I am starting a little bit before I wanted to start. I did want to, finish my little meditation, right? But I got a glimpse of, while I was meditating, a city. I feel a vibe of a city, like it feels like Miami, Florida type of city. Why did I get that? I don't know. Maybe someone is going to connect. Someone's going to join the chat that's in this city. I don't know, but for one, I love the vibe, okay, of your city, okay, because I was seeing it from like a bird's eye view, so I was seeing like the traffic was like swirling, in just one big line like a snake, and then I was seeing the beach over on the other side, and the waves coming up, on the beach. It was just, it was really smooth. So yeah, welcome to whoever just joined. I was just kind of rambling about something that I saw in my mind's eye, and I felt like it was a city where someone is, where someone is maybe may join the chat or hear this later, but it, like I said, the city felt like Miami. It may not be Miami per se, but it was a city with that Miami type vibe, But anyway, what is this video? What did I title it? The Illusion of Separation. Yeah. Okay. So for one, I hope everyone is doing well. I don't know how the shift is affecting everyone. You know what I'm saying? For me, I've been so laid back. I've been really, I've been cool. I've been very contemplative. You know what I'm saying? Feeling very appreciative. Having some, Twilight Zone type experiences, but nothing too wild. You know what I'm saying? And still noticing, I'm noticing the divide between people. For one, it seemed like, was it the 21st, or it was like the 21st? Was it yesterday? Was the 21st? Yeah, okay. Whatever the day that the shift was, I'm not sure if it was the day of the shift or the day after. Okay, because this would be day 3. Technically, it's the 23rd. Okay, so I don't remember, but so it was a picture that I posted on my it's on my community page, right? And I really, if this is something that the camera does, they've put me up on, like, flipping pictures and mirroring pictures. I kind of know about that, you know what I'm saying? But the picture that I took, I didn't do any of that with the picture, okay? And because I take all my pictures kind of the same way. The pictures were like 3 days apart, and they was almost kind of like the same pose, because that's just me. I like do the same little pose because, that's just how I take my selfies. And they turned out, where they seem to be flipped or something. So I'm like, I was really asking the question, like, can an app cause this to happen? Because I'm like, is this like some Mandela effect type stuff, or is this am I tripping? I really was trying to figure it out. Like, why does it look like my nose ring is on the other side? And like, the scar over my eyebrow, like, why is that on the other side? And I really was wanting to know, And so, some people were trying to be helpful in the group, and it was a group that's on Facebook. And it's a group, it's all about the Schumann resonance of the planet, right? So I joined the group because I felt like, people are spiritual in this group. They should be, they're conscious. They're paying attention to the energy, the frequency, vibration of the, the planet and whatnot. But of course, there's trolls everywhere, whatever. So it was like 50-50, people saying stuff and people being making smart remarks, like, oh, come on, I know you're smarter than that, and this and that. Because, some people, when things happen, people want to have the simplest, because they want things to make sense. And so, of course, people automatically want to say, it was a mirroring that the camera did. It was a flipping that the camera did. Okay. But I compared some mirrored pictures and some flipped pictures. Okay. And I noticed that when you flip a picture or you mirror a picture, the body position also shifts, okay, to where if it's mirrored, the pictures kind of seem to like lean in towards one another, okay? They are literally mirrored, okay? You can turn them towards one another. But my picture, it was not, it wasn't like that. The pictures, the poses were like parallel to one another. Like it's the same pose, looking in the same way. It was just, it's weird. It's hard to explain because technology does something similar to what happened with that picture. But it's hard to get people to wrap their mind around anything past what they already think they know. And so, you know what I'm saying? The divide is way wide, mostly right and wrong. Yes. And so that's what's, and yes. And so that's what's kind of what I want to talk about. Binge thinker. My eyes were closed because, I kind of be meditating and halfway, channeling and meditating and whatever. And, I kind of want to talk about all of this because, the video is about the illusion of separation. And, that's always been like a basis of my teachings, as far as letting people understand that, like, the human condition is the illusion of separation. Okay. The matrix itself is, comprised of people stuck in the illusion of separation. Separation from what? It would be separation from their creator. First and foremost, in separation from one another, okay, which is all the same thing, okay. And so, but it creates the divide, okay. So basically, that is what creates the divide, okay. It's basically comprised of those who are who believe in that illusion of separation, okay, and they live in it. They, it's real to them because, perception is reality. Okay, so the human condition, like I said, most people who are in the matrix is because they believe in that illusion of separation, okay. And then like the empathic people on the planet, okay, who are hopefully it's a growing number, but thus far it seems to be few and far between, okay. The empathic people on the planet, we already had this unity consciousness, okay. We've never felt like, we've never felt, I'm not gonna say never felt, because some people do get so so lost in the sauce that they forget who they are, okay. And so, but most empathic people who are heart-centered, okay, and who have not been so damaged and traumatized by whatever their experiences have been here, you've never lost your connection to, first of all, your creator. This is where your heart is always centered, no matter what other things that you have done, no matter what has happened. And you've never lost your consciousness of being connected to everyone else, and to everything else. You know what I'm saying? You've always had this unity consciousness, okay? And so that is what has always been the division here. You know what I'm saying? People who are centered in their heart, people who are aware of the fact that we are all connected, all one, and then people who are immersed in the illusion of separation from that which they believe they call God, from God and also from one another. Okay, so I kind of want to talk about it because it really is, it's so apparent now, especially it's been apparent, leading up, I would say, in the really in this past coming up year, really, but I would say even since the shift, okay, which was just yesterday. It's even more apparent, like, for me, for one, on this path, okay, and in this spiritual community, you can even say just on YouTube, but spiritually speaking, okay, a lot of people, as we have been going through this shift and and evolving, a lot of people who were doing their thing, spiritually, as far as doing their practice, being a reader, if they were a medium, if they, whatever they did. Okay, so I'll just use Doreen Virtue, for example. Okay, when Doreen Virtue, kind of, went back to, religion, okay, from spirituality. And and I guess, and the thing was, a lot of people had been following Doreen Virtue, and I'm trying to pick my words really carefully because I don't want to come off as being judgmental of anyone for whatever choices that they have made, because that's one of the things that we get to do, having free will. Okay, free will affords us the right to make make whatever choices that we decide. Okay. And so, but the thing is, I noticed that, I've noticed that, not just her, but a lot of people, on their spiritual path, at the, I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to pick my words really carefully, because there's it has happened here on YouTube with with people that I actually respect, okay, and I still watch these people, even though they've they flipped the script on a lot of their followers, to a certain extent, okay, and a lot of their followers feel left out. Okay, I've watched their followers call these people wishy-washy and all of this, and they, their followers feel, I guess, sort of lost. Okay, because they were following these people as sort of a guru, a teacher, a life coach, whatever. Okay, a leader, and I'm looking at, because I see it from both perspectives, okay, because I see myself as a student, and I also see myself as a teacher, and this is the truth, okay, and so I'm not taking sides on either one, but I'm just observing, from kind of a neutral standpoint. And so I'm really, so there's one in particular that that I had, I really respect this person. And I was listening to some of what she had to say, up to this point, okay. And at this point, I'm still not judging, okay. But I do see, it's like it made me really start to ponder, like, what is the difference between what she believes and what I believe? Because I feel like we both kind of have the same agenda, okay, and the same the same end goal, but we're definitely not going to go about it in the same way, okay. And I still, that's fine. I can respect what she's doing in her way, but I'm really looking at it like, um so this is, and this is, I'm not even going to, I don't want to pinpoint any specific person, because this has really happened with at least 3 or 4 tarot readers that I know, okay, that I used to watch. And they just kind of like, all of a sudden, overnight, said that they weren't doing it anymore. Now, one was being actually harassed by a narcissist, of course, who was another reader, and that's a whole nother story, because I can attach some stuff to that too, because something has happened recently with that. But anyway, one of them was being harassed, and I don't know if that's why she changed her channel or whatever. And so I don't want to say too much, because then I don't want to give away what the channels were about. But at the end of the day, my point is that people were following these people. All of them had large following, okay, large following, and they flipped the script, okay. And I'm not going to say that that's not part of what they were supposed to do or whatever. But what I'm going to say is, for the people that were following them, okay, and not, because it's really about. Because I was sitting here pondering, because basically I've been listening to her up to this point, okay, and she's basically saying, a teacher and a student at the same time. So I'm listening to this reader, and the reason why I was a little bit torn about it was because this particular reader was all of the ones that I actually saw change and start to do something else when I was at my lowest point. Okay. And going through, my heart being broken, just being in the dark about everything that, that had happened, because I got ghosted. So that I was left with no answers about anything that happened to me. And, that now I don't even want to say happened to me, because I'm not a victim of anything, but, anything that had happened, like I was left with no answers. So that leaves you in a state of limbo, to where I would, this is where I went to the spiritual community, and I was in a lot of pain, very, very vulnerable at the time. And yeah. And so, but at the time, the thing is that these readers, were the ones who literally were my spiritual, because I literally felt that I was in a spiritual hospital. Okay. I felt angelic presence all around me. And I also was able, it was like, because I was going through, this is when I was going through, my eyes being opened even wider. I felt the angelic presence around me, but I also felt, my eyes were opened to some of the earth angels. Okay. So I don't know if these people even believe in this anymore or whatever, but all I can speak from is my own experience. Right. And so maybe they're speaking from theirs, and that's all I can see. And sometimes I don't think that everyone's experience is for everyone to be following. Right. So anyway, when I was in my weakest point, like some of the readers were the ones who literally helped me, like nursed me back to health. I considered myself to be in a spiritual hospital, and they were literally my nurses. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would watch it every day, and it was really, and it wasn't like they were telling me lies or giving me hope of something. Cause I wasn't one of those who was like, sitting and hoping like, oh my God, my twin flamed and left and I'm waiting on him to come back. I wasn't waiting on that. I had already decided I'm done with it. Right. I was just hurt. And I'm trying to figure out, what is this? What's going on? And so, the clarity and the insight that they were providing, it really was, it helped me get my strength back. It helped me, they literally nursed me back to health. Okay. And of course, I'm not giving the credit to them, because they are but vessels. Okay. And I do know that it was God, okay, that was working through them. And you know what I'm saying? And speaking through them. Okay. Sometimes directly to me. Okay. And so, it's like, okay, and I've been healed. Okay. This is, a whole 15 months later. I'm healed. I'm 100% better. Okay. Completely at peace with everything. I have forgiven. You know what I'm saying? I don't need anything from anyone for me to be okay and to move forward. I'm absolutely grateful for the journey. I have no regrets or any of that. Right. And so, but I still, at the end of the day, I know that these readers was the ones who nursed me back to health. They literally, I saw them as literal earth angels. Not all. There are some that no, I did not resonate with. Some were too harsh for me at my vulnerable state that I was in, but some were just right. They had the perfect tone, the perfect energy, frequency, vibration. And it was not telling me what I wanted to hear. They were telling me what I needed to know. Okay, in order to be able to be at peace with what was happening and to move forward. They were not sugarcoating a damn thing. They were not telling me to allow myself to be abused by no narcissist, because this is what I'm hearing some of these people who have renounced being a tarot reader. I'm hearing them say, I'm no longer doing this, and literally saying, it's demonic, literally saying stuff like, yoga is demonic. Everything is demonic. These people have literally, to me, and this is just my opinion, because again, I don't want to be anybody's judge of anybody's path at all. Okay, but it seems like that these people who go back to religion, they think they the judge of everybody all of a sudden, and that's the part that creates the division. Okay. But it's like, they go back, and it's like, damn, you went from having all of this knowledge of, things that was really helping, because like I said, these ones who have renounced it and are calling it demonic, these were some of the ones who helped me. Literally, I know that, and they didn't lead me down no path that led me anywhere astray, but they literally helped me regain my strength and heal. Okay. Yes. And so, you know what I'm saying? I cannot renounce that. Oh, welcome, Dr. B Speaks You. I was just wondering where you've been, babe. It's good to see you. Good energy. So I am so well. I am absolutely 100% better. Okay. And so, I've been reading my cards for over 20 years. Okay. I would say a good 25 years. Okay. I've been reading tarot, but I had stopped for a long time. I had stopped. Okay. Until I saw how important the work was. And what reminded me of how important the work was how these people were able to nurse me back to health. These earth angels had exactly what I needed. And so, because there's been a lot of times on my path as a healer, you know what I'm saying, as a teacher, you know what I'm saying, as a light worker, okay, that I've asked, you know what I'm saying, I've had to ask the Most High. I've had to ask my Creator, why did you place me here? Why do I have to be amongst these people? Why am I in this environment? And it's because that's where the people are that I sent you to go get. What do you mean? That's where the people are that I sent you to go get to help. Okay. And so, this is where it's like, I was in a very low place when I got ghosted, emotionally hurt, damaged, vulnerable. And those women were there. They was the nurses. Not all of them were women, but the readers, the tarot readers, you know what I'm saying? They were there coming in with the intention of being truly helpful, praying and asking God to use them as a vessel before they do their readings. Okay. And then somebody here is telling me that you got this book that we all know has been altered. Okay. If the simple fact that the Apocrypha exists, which is a whole book of books that has been removed from the Bible. And then also we know that things have been omitted. We know that things have been added, changed, and everything else. So this is why it is of utmost important. It is imperative that no matter what your path that you're on, no matter whether it's a religion, whatever it is that you're doing, that your discernment is on point, and that your relationship, because it's not about the religion, it's about the relationship, that your relationship with your own God, okay, with the Most High, with the spirit that lives within you, is intact. Okay. Because if it's not, then you're subject to be led astray by these other people who at this point, to me, seem to be confused, okay, about what they're doing. Because The thing is, I watch these people, they've grown, they expanded their minds, they grew, they were helping other people, they were teaching and stuff. Okay, and then all of a sudden it's like they go back and it's like, how did you expand this big and then you shrink yourself back down? Because God never needs you to do that. No matter how big you get, God is always going to be bigger. Okay, so God will never need you to shrink yourself back down. And that's what it feels like after you've been walking the path of spirituality. And then you go back to religion. To me, that's what it looks like to me. Shrinking yourself back down, diminishing yourself because you feel like God, because they say, of course God is God, but like I said, God don't need you to diminish yourself. God will always be bigger than us. Okay, because everything is always expanding. Okay, but I ain't finna even go down that part of the rabbit hole. But what I'm saying is, no matter how much you expand your mind and you adorn yourself with knowledge, there are those, and there's the schools of thought who say, that God came in and said, I am God. Therefore, you have to, go back and I don't know. Let me not put words in people's mouths, okay? But to me, to me, this is what it looks like as me observing. And the thing is, I was torn. I was torn for a minute because like I said, this one particular person, I'm partial to this person because I've watched their journey, you know what I'm saying? And they've been inspirational to me. They've been a help to me. I know for a fact that the Spirit of God has spoken through this person directly to me and a lot of other people. This person helped me and was part of my healing process. And now it looks like what is happening here? Okay, because it's like, and this person, they're very passionate about what they're doing. And I'm not saying that, maybe that is what you're supposed to be doing, right? But I was torn because I'm like, damn, you're very passionate about what you're saying or whatever. And I believe most of what you're saying too. I always have. But like the parts of it that you accept and that I just cannot receive that. Okay, it's like, for you to say that, I've heard this person say that there is no tarot reader that is working, with the Spirit of God. It's all demonic. Yoga is demonic. Everything. This person has literally just said basically everything is demonic, other if it's not the Bible. The Bible itself has become to me, and I've always said this, and this is why they wanted to put me out of the church when I was in it, because I've pointed out how that Bible, that book, okay, can become an idol itself to those people. Okay, you worship in that book more than you're communing with the Spirit of God that's within you. And it's okay. So this is where I come to the point of talking about, the illusion of separation. That is the difference. That's the only difference between me and this other woman that I'm talking about. The illusion, because to me, when she speaks about God and the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, you speak of it as if it's something separate from you. As if you have to, I need to, it's like when I see people religious and they pray and, they pray and I'm not saying because I pray, you know what I'm saying? I pray, but it's because I know, but when I pray, I'm speaking things into being because I know that the Spirit of God is within me. It's not separate from me. I'm not begging God. I'm not supplicating. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You have to understand that when God tells you to be still and know that I am God. I am God. Okay, because we are all, it's all one thing. Like you've never been separate from your creator. Okay, Dr. B speaks. I love you, babe. Thank you so much for the super chat. You know what I'm saying? You are not separate from your creator. And when you understand that there is no separation, that is an illusion, then you understand that it's okay for you to work in your power. It's okay for you to speak healing and life into other people because these people have spoken life into me. I came back to life. I was dead. Okay. And they spoke life back into me. And how dare you come and renounce that? How dare you say that, that's demonic? It wasn't nothing demonic about it. It was nothing. It was soul to soul. It was God. It was God. And they don't now, they gonna go back and make this book your God. That book is a book given to man by man. And yes, there is truth in it. And this is why you feel so dedicated and loyal to it. Like, it's like, it's like the truth that's in it is so good that they feel like I have to accept everything in it. And this is where discernment is imperative. You must be discerning no matter where you go. We know that that book has been altered and touched and omitted and all of these things. Why does the Apocrypha exist? If this was the word of God, why? Who gave anyone the authority to remove anything from it? Okay? And make it a whole separate book. And then who says that separate book is everything that was removed? Who says that these people didn't also put things in it? Okay? So again, discernment, okay, is being at one with the spirit that is in you. That's how you're going to know whether it's the word of God or not. Okay? Because I know good and damn well that I'm not working with no demonic spirits over here. Whenever I read my cards, my prayer is that I'm being truly helpful and that I am a vessel. Okay. And when we talk about, our spirits, they say, oh, they're spirits. Yes, but I don't see those spirits separate from me. I don't see my spirits as separate from God. I don't see any of us as separate. I see this all as one. We are all a part of God, right? So God is the whole of which we are all a part. So an only way that you get God is to put us all back together, for us to remember who we are, because you have been dismembered when you're walking in the illusion of separation, thinking that you are not me and I'm not you and we ain't all God. Okay? And so we cannot fall back into that. And the thing is, I really sat here and watched it. I'm praying. I'm like, okay, because if she got a revelation like, damn, I don't want to be doing evil. Is this really evil? Because I don't want to be doing evil. I be praying. You know what I'm saying? That, I pray that I'm being truly helpful. You know what I'm saying? Just like those people, because again, these people helping me out of, my pits of being, going through what I was going through. And I'm out. Okay. So you can't say that my journey wasn't real and that the help didn't help. It did. Okay. And so me knowing my own journey, okay, and how they helped me, that's really what inspired me to pick my cards back up and to begin to help, because I realized how important the work was, because there are people in those places where you telling them not to go. Okay, this is where God said to go, because that's where the people are. Okay, this is about walking through the valley of the shadow of death. Why are you walking through the valley of the shadow of death? This is where God sent you to walk. Okay, that's why he gave you the rod and the staff. That's why he let you know that I am with you. I'm in you as you walk. How you gonna run back to the church because you scared go to church? Because this is the thing. Because when I was watching, I'm like, damn, what is this energy that she's moving in? Because when she was, when she was teaching and when she was helping me, she was moving in the spirit. She was free. And you know what I'm saying? It was beautiful. But like now it's like, I'm not saying what she's doing. I mean, like I said, I don't ever want to put down anyone's whatever, but I just know that at this point I had to part ways, because now I can't receive what you're saying, because I know it's not demonic. It's not, what I'm doing is not demonic. What you did for me was not demonic. You know what I'm saying? What I see people helping people every day, it's not demonic. Okay, so no, this is something I feel like that's the part in the Bible that she accepted, that man put in there. Okay, because we know we have gifts. The devil ain't got no gifts to give you. Okay, all he can do is mimic the gifts of God's children. My gifts came from God. Okay, and so it's not the devil ain't got no power. It's like people who go back to religion and religious people, they give the devil too much power. He ain't got no power like that. Okay. He ain't got no power like that. The power came from the Holy Spirit, but the Holy Spirit is not separate from you. And so once you reconcile that within yourself, then you won't feel bad about using your power. Okay? Because God did not give us the spirit of fear, which I feel that these people are moving in when they run away from the spirit. It's like, they describe their path. They like, I was getting so big and I had learned all of this and I knew everything and I was the best. And you was. And then, you say that God came in and said, I am God. Let me put you back. Let me shrink you back down. God, I don't believe that God would do that. Okay. So I believe that this is a deception. Okay. And I can't help but to, and I don't want to have to say it, but that's what I feel, because I'm looking and I'm watching. I'm like, what is this energy that she's moving in? And to me, you look like you're moving in fear. And you're preaching fear, telling people, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we need to repent. I will say that. Okay, you need to repent so that you can ascend. Okay, and yes, you know what I'm saying? Some people are going to be left behind and all of that, but it's like these people are like predicting, you know what I'm saying? What religious people do to cause that separation and to cause that fear. Okay, God didn't give us the spirit of fear. He gave us power, but you scared of the power. You know what I'm saying? Tell me how that works. How does that work? You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be scared of the power. You know what I'm saying? You're not, the power is here to, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one. I look at other empathic readers who their intent in there, it's all about your intention. It's all about what is the spirit that's moving you, what's motivating you. These people are compassionate. Okay, these people are compassionate. They are empathic. They have the desire and the soul desire to be a vessel of God and to help people, and they are helping people. Okay, as a patient who was in the spiritual hospital, okay, who is now healed. How dare one of the nurses tell me that her work was not it was demonic? I can't help but question, who sent you? Who sent you? Because no, you know what I'm saying? I cannot receive that. Okay, something came and got a grip. I feel like something God has a grip of this sister who was so powerful on every level. Powerful on every level, inspiring people. Okay, inspiring people to do better, to want more, helping and healing people. Participated in my healing. Now you done went back to the book, talking about if it ain't in this book, it's demonic. You know what I'm saying? Because she say, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to point, any fingers at any specific person, but these people are telling folks, throw away your sage. But God created that sage. God created those crystals. God is in that sage. God is in those crystals just as much as he's in me and you. He's in the wind. It's everything. It's all one. We are all connected. So why do you need to throw away your stuff? And I just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that she really believes what she's saying, but you're moving in fear, because I know for someone who can see in the spirit, when you burn sage, you can see dark things running and skedaddling out of the damn way of it. So why would you throw that away? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just wondering, who sent these people? Who sent you? Because no, that you going against something that I cannot receive that. And so basically, I'm not telling nobody else not to receive. This is what I'm asking you guys to do. Okay, like I said, it's imperative that you have discernment, that you cultivate a relationship with the Spirit of God that is within you, not in the book, not in the church, okay, but in you, which means sit alone, be still, and know that I am God. Okay, talk to it. It's the higher self. It is you. When we speak of our higher self, that is the part of you that is connected to the whole, the holy, the whole that is God. Okay, and so you know what I'm saying? How dare you? It's like, I'm not trying to judge. I don't want to judge anybody. I really don't. Because like I said, who says, I don't know what this, like I said, I don't know what your purpose is or what your path is. And so I can't really speak on why this has happened or why it's going down like this. You know what I'm saying? But so I'm not trying to put no judgment on nobody, but what I just don't want, you know what I'm saying? Because I see the people that was following this person, they don't know what the hell to do. And the reason why they don't is because we shouldn't be following anyone. We should have our own relationship. Okay, it's not about the religion. It's not about following no guru or no teacher, because at this time, a lot of people who are just not up to the task of the war. Okay, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna follow through. They're gonna leave you hanging. You know what I'm saying? They're going to tell you to go back to church in fear. Okay. And it's basically, you're diminishing yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're diminishing yourself. I mean, if you, like I said, do what your own spirit tells you to do, because I'm not trying to mislead anyone, but I'm saying like I said, I'm speaking from my own experience, and that's what you should go by too. Your own experience. Don't let anyone, because I sit here and I was torn, because I'm like, damn, she really, that she really serious. And there's been, like I said, several readers who checked out. Right. So I'm like, okay, we're in the middle of the war that I dreamt about. See, I have my own discernment and I have my own relationship with God. I always have. So I can't just, receive. I just can't, you know what I'm saying? Accept something that someone else is saying without, running that through my own heart center, my own discernment. And this is what we should all do. Okay. And so, don't let anybody incite fear in you and then have you moving out of fear. You know what I'm saying? Saying, let me run back to the church in fear. If you're going back to the church in love, because it's where you feel like you belong, that you can serve a purpose there, that it's going to make you any stronger, better, and wiser, it's going to get you any closer to the God that's within you, then go back. Okay? But if it's got you looking into a book for what God has to say to you, no, because like I said, God is the word of God that has been uncorrupted is written on your heart. Okay, anything written on paper, man has touched it. They have corrupted it. They have put in their own opinion, their own limited beliefs. Okay, their own fear-based beliefs. They have taken things out that told you that you can use your power. Okay, they took it out. Even there's still parts in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Where Jesus said you'll do the things the miracles that you see him doing and even greater things. But people fear that. They fear the power. So don't listen to people because it's like, I don't know what angle they're looking at it from. And like I said, I'm trying not to judge anybody, their path. We have all have our own path and our own purpose. And due to the fact that we have our own path and our own purpose, no one can tell you what you're supposed to be doing and what your path should look like because they do not know your path, nor do they know your purpose. Okay, so nobody can tell you, oh, you're not supposed to be doing that because that's evil, that's demonic. When you know good and well, you praying to God. Okay, and so you know what I'm saying? You know good and well that your intentions are to be truly helpful. Your intentions are based in love. Now, let me say, I was listening because I listen very, very intently. I listen between the lines. I listen to what you're saying with your soul, with your energy. And I'm like, damn, this person is moving in fear. And I'm shocked that you're moving in fear, and then, they don't recognize it. It's like, because the devil is very deceptive. It's like they be feeling like it was God. They feel like it was God that came, and it's really crazy because I know that this person thinks that they thinking the same thing about me, right? They thinking the same thing about me. Like, I know that she means well and she really want to be helpful, but she's demonic. That's what they think. They think I'm listening to the devil, right? And I think that you are. I think that you are, because I've watched this person's I've watched you grow. You know what I'm saying? I've watched you grow, and it's not about getting money or any of that, but I've watched you become somebody who was helping a whole lot of people who helped me, and I'm never going to forget it, and you're never going to negate the healing that I received. The devil didn't heal me. The devil didn't do that. Okay. And so, so now I'm seeing you go back. I feel like the devil felt like he needed to bring you down because you was becoming too powerful, working for God. Okay. And you done went back to the church, and the devil owns them churches. Okay. And so, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are going to hell by way of the church. Okay. By way of the church. Yes, I said it, because that's what's happening. Okay, I'm like, damn, who sent this person? Because how the hell is it that you were sitting? I was just sitting here. It would be so comforting for me. And it was not, like I said, it was not because you telling me what I need to hear. Okay, or not? No, you telling me what I wanted to hear. You was telling me what God had to say to me. Okay, and that's what brought me out of it. It brought me out of it. And so, for me to now see you did it flip the script completely. I just feel like, you were infiltrated in some sort of way, because now people don't know what the hell to think. The people that were following this person devotedly, they don't know what the hell to think. And from my observation, the energy that I see you moving in is one of fear. Like, something, I don't know. I don't want to try to read into anybody's, situation or whatever, but I do. Yeah. The devil owns the churches, honey. Okay. And so, and I'm not saying, I don't know if this person is telling folks to go back to the church or whatever, but they basically, you sound like the church. Talk about, if it's not in this book that we know shit has been taken out of and put back into. Okay, if it's not in here, it's demonic. That sounds like insanity to me. Okay, that sounds like absolute insanity to me. And I know that, like I said, God puts his people everywhere. We're everywhere because the people that we came to help and to save, that's where they are. That's what the valley of the shadow of death is. That's where he sent you to be. If you're a light worker, you're probably you've walked through a valley of the shadow of death because you was the one bringing the light to that situation. Okay. And so don't let nobody tell you, you know what I'm saying, that's not where you're supposed to be. You know, if you're reading tarot, that's because that's people looking to that for some spiritual guidance. So you don't think God gonna send his people there to guide? What the hell? I mean, I don't understand what these people, what's going on here. It's about, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't get it. God's people are everywhere, no matter where you are. You can be in prison. You can be, you know what I'm saying? We are in hell right now. Okay. So different east hell, west hell, wherever you are. Okay. God has placed his lights everywhere. Okay. That's what light workers are. You're the one holding that God energy, that unconditional love. Right. So, but what I do feel like has happened with a lot of these people is that they were not okay when they were doing tarot, because I listened to their stories, you know what I'm saying? And they talked about, because they love God. They was loving God then. They was like, when I was doing it, I thought I was helping people because that was your intention. And so that's what God used you to do, whether you knew it or not, because you helped me. Okay. And so that you were helping people, because I'm sitting here listening to the person's testimony and I'm like, but you were helping people because you helped me. And now they think they was misleading people, and you, what? I'm like, okay, no, this don't make no sense. Okay. And so I'm like, okay, but you were helping people. And then she was like, I thought I was helping people and, but I was misleading people. And I feel like her people feel misled now because they don't know what the hell to think. You've brought them a long way down the rabbit hole. Okay. A long way down the rabbit hole to now be talking about go back to the Bible. Okay. So, I'm not saying, because like I said, not negating the truth that's in the Bible. There is truth in the Bible. Okay. But the Bible is a collection of older books, scriptures from older writings. That's why it's called scriptures. Okay. But now they holding on to the Bible and trying to negate the older writings that they actually got the scriptures from. Like, and about these writings. It's like, about this stuff, and you're going to sit here and act like you don't. How can you unsee the truth? How can you? And like I said, I'm not judging at all. I'm not trying to criticize, because I respect this person. I like this person, but this is where we part ways, because I can't receive your message, and I'm not saying that her message ain't for somebody. Okay. But it's not for me. And it's, this is the thing. Know what message is for you, because that's why discernment is important. The difference between me and her, the only difference, because I feel that she loves God the same way that I do. And I know she feels that I love God the same way she do, but she feels like that I'm doing it the wrong way. And I feel like she's doing it the wrong way. And that's, that's the beauty of having free will. Okay. That's the beauty. Okay. But this is what I'm going to remind you guys of. The masses ain't never been right. Okay. History will let you know. Okay. Look at the history of every ascended master that has ever come. Or even if you only believe in one, if you just believe Jesus is the only one, then look at Jesus, whatever. In the case of Jesus. Okay. The masses ain't never been right, and they will never be right. Okay. So let me just put that in your ear. Okay. And also, it's, like I said, having your own discernment, and it's not about the religion, because people will forsake the relationship for the religion. It's not about the religion. It's about the relationship. Do you have a relationship, okay, with whatever you call God? Because you know what I'm saying? It's not about listening to nobody else tell you what God got to say to you. It's not about listening to the pastor or the preacher, because you're listening to their interpretation and their understanding. Okay. And if you were born with discernment and with gifts, a lot of times they don't even understand it as deeply as you were born understanding it. Like, I was born knowing God. Nobody ever had to teach me. I knew God before anybody ever tried to teach me about God. Okay. So no, God is in that rock. He's in the crystals. But this is the thing. These people are we praying to the crystals? Are we worshiping the crystals? Hell no. Are we worshiping the moon and the sun? No, we're not. And they know good and well that's not what's happening. Like, it's like, and these people operated and they practiced And they know that they wasn't worshiping the damn moon or the sun. Okay. But now that they went back to religion, they gonna try to interpret that that's what we're doing. We're praying to rocks and all that type of, you know what I'm saying? It's insulting for one, but it's also gaslighting from devil energy. Like, you know that that's not what's happening. Okay, we are revering the creator of the creation because he's in the creation, just like he's in us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. It's reverence. So, I mean, I just don't understand how. I read I'm a woman of God, but my Christian family think, yeah, because they are so limited, because religion is limiting, because they want you to follow the doctrine of that particular church. Some people are so damn small-minded, they think everybody going to hell but the folks in their church. Okay. Or the people in their, their little pantheon of religion, or their, you know what I'm saying, whatever their theology is, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, everybody going to hell but the folks in their theology. Okay, and that's basically what this person was saying, you know what I'm saying? And yes, there is one God, it's one spirit, but it manifests itself in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? So many different ways. Hallowed is God's name. Okay, holy is the name. Okay, and it's many names. It's not about that. It's about the energy, the frequency, and vibration. It's love. Okay, and the love is without cost or condition. Okay, ain't no conditions to God's love. And so for all of these conditions that came from man. Okay, that came from man and the illusion of separation. When it's like, when you perceive yourself to be separate from your creator, separate from God, then you think the stuff that you're doing, I'm doing this in my own will against God and separate from God. But when you understand that God is within you, okay, and this is the power that I'm using, how can you say that another, a reader can't be working with the Spirit of God? How is that possible? When you know what I'm saying? How is that they just blatantly say all these blanket statements like, it's not possible for a reader because some cards, okay, that was also made by man, just as man made as that book, okay, which is a tool you using that. Okay, but I can't use these cards though. You know what I'm saying? You using some words that the God supposedly said over 2,000 years ago, but I can't use these cards to hear what God is saying today though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, make it make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Because in the book, see, the thing was, they didn't like people who had spiritual gifts. Okay, let's just keep it a buck. The people who added their opinions and their fears, their fear-based opinions to the spiritual text and to the Bible, they did not like people who were spiritually inclined and born in the spirit. They didn't like us because we don't need you to tell us what God got to say. You know what I'm saying? I hear God for myself, and we're gonna tell everybody else that they can hear God for themselves too. We're not gonna let you be the leader of nobody. Okay, nobody needs a leader. Okay, all you need is a relationship. Okay, you don't need no leader. You don't need no preacher, no pastor. You don't need no book. Okay, all you need is a relationship with the God that is in you. The truth that is uncorruptible is written on your heart. It's not written on no paper. It's not written in a book because that book has been corrupted. Ask the person that's preaching to you out of that book, has that book been corrupted? And when they tell you yes, why are you still listening to it? Why? Okay, because they're going to tell you yes. They're going to tell you, yeah, stuff has been removed. Yeah, there's 15 different versions. Yeah, there's, the Apocrypha exists. Okay. Yes, it does. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they've altered things. I'm sure man has put his opinion in here. So knowing all of that, okay, understand that you must be discerning, okay, with anything that you're going into and that you accepting as your truth, okay? Because like I said, these are people who I know that God was moving through them when they were reading, and they helped me through my healing. And now they going back talk about, it was demonic. So I that makes me question, like I said, who sent you? Because it was not demonic. I was healed, and the devil ain't got no power to heal a damn thing. Okay. And you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, like I said, they're trying to paint it. It's like the picture that you're trying to paint. I know for a fact, that shit ain't true. You know that people are not worshiping the moon. You know, they ain't worshiping the rocks. You know what I'm saying? You know that we know that God created these rocks. Okay. You worshiping the creator through the creation because he is in the creation. Okay. He is in the rocks. He is in the trees. Okay, he is in us. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? Why is you trying to act like, you know what I'm saying, you see this from this very literal point of view, like, we praying to the rocks, we praying to the moon. You know what I'm saying? That's gaslighting. You know what I'm saying? When I know for a fact that you know the truth. So I just don't understand who sent you, honey. I don't. And I hate to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to even be, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm very, these times were written of. Okay, these times were written of where, people was going to be flipping the script and people, false prophets. And I'm just tripping at the situation because, like I said, I know that this person thinks that I'm just as false of a prophet as I'm beginning to think that they are. You know what I'm saying? And so, and we both have a right to believe what we believe. I'm not here because the stance that I'm not going to take is to be trying to bash nobody or say that they on the right path. Who am I to say that her path ain't right for her? But all I want people to understand is that make sure that the path is right for you. Don't be following anyone because you're not, you know what I'm saying? You're not, so make sure that they're not lost. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, a lot of people, when this war, really, got into full swing, they just was not, you know what I'm saying, equipped for it. Okay. And then I also feel like, because it does, in the Bible, when it speaks of divination, it was talking about the people who was lying, who was making up shit, who was not born with the gift, but they was acting like they was operating in the gift. He told them don't operate in divination. Okay. But those of us who was born with the gift, we are meant to use our gifts to help people. Okay. And you were given the authority to do that. Okay. So those people who, because I'm listening to their stories, right? And they was talking about how, how much money they were making doing it. And, there is a lot of money in tarot, on a lot of different levels. And, I don't know, but basically I feel like the reason why you were set down from it, a lot of them, and like I said, I'm not judging in no kind of way, but I feel like a lot of them is because their motivation was the money. Okay, when they went in, I can make a lot of money. Not saying that they wasn't trying to be helpful too. I'm not saying that, but I feel like because your motivation, probably your initial motivation was the money, how much money you can make and try to make a career of it and all of that, because they talk about it. They talk about, because this is what they perceive us to be doing now, talking about because you feel like you special because you know things that other people don't know. No, I don't feel like that. Like people who were actually authorized to do this work, we're very humble. Like we don't think we special or think we better than nobody, but I feel like when you were operating in it, maybe you had a little bit of ego in there, because why would you think that we think that? Because empathic people don't even think like that. You know what I'm saying? So no, we don't. You know what I'm saying? We know stuff that other people don't know, but that don't make us special or no better than nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And so, but to assume that kind of lets me know that that's what's kind of in your mind. You know what I'm saying? That's how you think. And that's why you probably was set down from it, because you was not authorized to be doing it. Okay. And so because I heard her talk about how, when she was doing it, she felt the Holy Spirit protecting her from the darkness that was trying to use her. Okay. And I'm like, okay, because that's true, because I know that God was using you. Okay. And so even though you might not have been authorized to do it, and this is why the dark spirits was trying to use you, because you wasn't authorized to do it. But I know, but still, we know that whenever that the enemy tries to use our gifts for bad, that God always takes it and uses for good. And like I said, even as you say, the darkness was swirling around you, and the Holy Spirit was protecting you because you are anointed, which I do believe you are. God was using your gifts for good, because she participated in my healing. Okay. And so, like I said, maybe she was set down from it because she was not authorized to do it. But just because because they feel that God told some people don't do divination, didn't mean that nobody can do divination. Okay. There are those of us who are authorized to do it. Okay. Because my goal has never been the money. Okay, my goal has never been the money. I started back. I didn't read my tarot. I wasn't reading my cards for a long time. Okay, I pulled my cards back out after I got healed by the spiritual nurses in the spiritual hospital who appeared as tarot readers. Then I knew this work is important. It's people that need help. Okay, people that's on the floor, that's depressed, that's crying, who can't pick themselves up. They helped me pick myself up. So let me start reading again. Let me help people. That was my motivation, not money. And so that's the difference. That is the difference. You know what I'm saying? That's why some people get set down from certain things, because your motivation ain't right. Not because God told nobody to do it. Okay, a lot of people, we get messages. We all, if you're tapped in, you get messages, you get downloads. But some of those downloads and messages are personal. They are for you and you alone. Okay, they ain't for the whole collective. God told you can't do divination. If we were not meant to do divination, divination would not exist. Okay, it exists because some people were authorized to do it. Okay, there is a time and place for everything under the sun. Okay, so maybe, like I said, you weren't authorized to do it. Maybe you do, but that's where you belong. I'm not saying some people don't belong in the church. Some people ain't supposed to be teaching the Bible or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That maybe that's where you belong. But don't try to say, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna say that no one? And I know that they're saying it because they believe it. I don't feel that, what I'm saying, they try to be judgmental or self-righteous or any of that. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I can't receive it. You know what I'm saying? I can't receive it because, like I said, I know that spiritual workers, channelers, mediums, tarot readers, those were the nurses that helped me when I was in the spiritual hospital. Literal earth angels. Okay, these people have condensed their belief, which was broad, back down to something small. Like, oh no, Archangel Michael and them, oh no, they don't exist. Or no, these other people, nobody else exists other than what's in this book. Okay, and so no. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't expand and then, condense back down. I mean, I'm not saying what you can and cannot do. I mean, sometimes we do, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not condensing back down to that damn book. Okay. Yes, I take the truth out of that book and I left the bones, and then I continued gathering more information. Okay, because all of the book ain't even all there. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know that these are partial scriptures taken from older writings. So how is you reading this book acting like this is the end all to what God is? That's an insult to God. God can't fit into no one book, no one religion, no one pantheon. Okay? God does not have no one name. Okay? So, it's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Something that I'm passionate about, because again, it's all about, the only difference between me and this other woman is the illusion of separation. I know that God is in me. He's in the rocks. He's in the trees. He's in the water, the lakes, the river. Okay. He's everywhere, in everything. Okay. The spirit is in everything. The great spirit. See, I'm Native American. I'm Black. I can't just accept Jesus. Okay. Because my people ain't come from that. You know what I'm saying? My people worshiped through the creation. My people love the land, but they not acting like the land is God. But I feel like religious people do act like that book is God. They act like they pastor is God. They act like they church doctrine is God. You know what I'm saying? No, if the land is more God than that church is, you know what I'm saying? The land and the air and the wind and the trees is more God than that book is. Okay? So don't come to me talking about no book if it ain't in this book. Okay. No, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? My people didn't come from getting nothing out of no book. Okay. Because God existed before that book existed. You know what I'm saying? My people was worshiping the real great spirit that's in everything. So don't tell people, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell nobody else what not to tell nobody. I'm going to tell the listener, be very discerning about what energy is that person moving in. Because God did not give us the spirit of fear, but he did give us power. So if they telling you not to use your power, that your power is demonic, you need to be asking who sent that person. Okay? And always have your own relationship. It ain't about the religion. It's about the relationship, and the religion will take you away from the relationship. Okay? That religion will have you consulting that book before you consult the God that's within you. Okay, if the religion is leading you to a relationship with the God that's within you, then all is well. But if it's not, if it has you relying and becoming codependent on anything outside of yourself, your pastor, the book, the church, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then it's you're being led astray, honey. God is within you. Okay, and once you know that, then you can power up and you won't be scared to use your power. Okay, is it the spirit of fear that's moving you? And don't be in denial about it. Because what sent you running back to the church? I really would like to know. I really would like to know. Yes. Okay, Dr. B speaks exactly. God did not give us a spirit of fear, okay? Power, love, and a sound mind, honey. Okay? You know, you're not scared of nothing. When you are walking with the spirit of God, you're not afraid of anything. And if the spirit of fear, it should never be what immobilizes you or what moves you. Okay? Fear ain't got nothing to do with it. That's devil energy. And if you read the tarot, you would know that. Okay? You know what I'm saying? The tarot ain't nothing but telling you about the archetypes of all the different aspects of human life that we all go through. Okay? It ain't nothing but the story of our lives. You know what I'm saying? How is it demonic? How is yoga demonic? Your sage is demonic. The oils that you're using is demonic. That's like some religious narcissism to me. Like that sound like the devil trying to say that everything that of God is demonic. You know what I'm saying? When it's really the devil that's demonic. Like what is really going on here? And so, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not, because, you know, like I said, I have nothing. I'm not trying to judge nobody in their path, but I am questioning it. You know, I felt the need to, you know, make that distinction about, you know, like I said, the only difference between me and her, because I feel like we got the same love for God and we got the same goal. We have the same love for humanity and all of that. Okay. But I feel like, you know, she believes in that illusion of being separate from God. You know, I don't know. I think when she thinks she prays, she's sending the prayers up to the sky or somewhere outside of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because why do you feel that you can't move in your power and in your gifts? You know, the devil ain't got no gifts to give. Like I said, he's trying to get you to use yours. Okay. And so you can move in your gifts. And if your intention is to help people, that's what's going to happen. Okay. And so, because I'm really disturbed that this person who was helping me and helped me with my healing feels that what she was doing was demonic. That don't sit right with me. You know what I'm saying? What the hell happened? Because you were literally operating in your gift and being moved by the Ruach when you was doing what you was doing. And now you back to the book. Like what's going on? We are in the middle of spiritual warfare, my people. Dr. B speaks. Yes, honey. Okay. I wasn't even expecting to go here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't even expecting to get this passionate about it. But I mean, I'm serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on? Because I mean, we're in the middle of the war. Y'all know that because the thing is, I listen to a lot of, I listen to other people. I respect them and their paths or whatever. But I also have my own gifts. I operate in my own gifts. I have prophetic dreams. And I know what I dreamt about. You know what I'm saying? And I know what God showed me. So I'm like, how did this all reconcile with one another? Like, damn, what has happened? Because, you know what I'm saying? I thought this girl, like, we was on the same, like, we was in the same soul tribe. And now you talking about, you know what I'm saying? I didn't, when she first started saying what she was saying, I'm like, okay, I didn't immediately discount what she was saying. I was really trying to receive it. Like, damn, I even questioned myself. Like, is it evil? Is it demonic? Am I wrong? Because God, I don't want to be doing nothing wrong, You know what I'm saying? I've done enough. Okay. And so, but the more that I questioned myself, the more I observed, I saw the spirit that she was moving in, and the spirit that you putting in other people too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all fear-based to me now. Like, no, that's not God energy. God ain't got nothing to do with fear, and fear ain't got nothing to do with God. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with it. Like, no, that's fear. And I know energies when I see them. I know the spirit. You know what I'm saying? You moving in the spirit of fear. Something done scared your ass, okay? Because the thing was, you had gotten too far down your path. You was getting too big. You were doing too much in the name of God, okay? In the name of the spirit, you know what I'm saying? That's bigger than that book. You know what I'm saying? She was doing too much. She was helping people. She literally took part in my healing. And then you know what I'm saying? I feel like that it was devil energy that came in and told you to sit down. Okay, and you sat down because you thought it was God. That's what I think. And I know she think the same thing about me. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I think that the devil took you down, honey, because I know for a fact that you was helping me. We are all on the same page. I have deep roots in the church, but you're an angel that God used to remind me of what happened last time. I was betrayed last. Yes, Crystal Mariah. I'm glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you found me. But yes, I feel like, she don't realize it. She does not realize it, because I really was trying to receive her word, and it just couldn't, it wouldn't, because I know that that's the spirit of fear. And I know that you had gotten big. You were doing great things, teaching things that was waking people up. And now you talking about you done went back to that book that you admit yourself is not even a complete book. Like, how do you, that's just like, you know what I'm saying? You reading a book, say you watching a movie and they done took like 15 scenes out of the movie. Is the movie going to make sense to you? Like, you know what I'm saying? What the hell is you studying? And this ain't even all of it. I just, you know what I'm saying? I just know, you know what I'm saying? I didn't, you know, if, like I said, it looked like you expanded and then condensed yourself. And God would never tell you to do that, because no matter how big you get, God's still going to be bigger. He don't need us to condense ourselves. Okay. So I feel like some people have been deceived out here. And like I said, it is, my dream. We're in the middle of it. I told y'all about the beginning of my dream when it started. We had to start fighting these people. And then I told y'all about the end when we were lifting up off of the planet and the planet was burning. The people was burning. Okay. We're in it. We are headed towards this coming to the culmination right now, y'all. And it was the part of the war that I didn't get to see. They didn't show me the war itself. They showed me the beginning and the end. So the war itself is what's happening right now. These people getting possessed. They did show me that people were going to be possessed. You know what I'm saying? And so it's right now. Like, people are possessed. You know what I'm saying? People killing. I mean, look at the news. People are killing their mamas and stuff, stabbing. I mean, people are just absolutely going crazy. Not like the world hasn't been crazy, but it's crazier than it's ever been. I never put my answers up. I was using the prayers with the intent to break the curses. I ran out of candlesticks, but I know he's using you to keep me from my power. Okay, so yeah, you know, if you're on this path, you will be. It's amazing how the things that you need, just like I said, when I was at my lowest point, God was speaking directly to me through some of these people. Okay. And that's how it works when you're on the path, when you're seeking God. He gonna show up where you are. He ain't gonna say, go to the church. You know what I'm saying? You can't get to the church. You on your back. I'm in hell. I'm on the floor. I can't get up. I need the messenger to come to me. Okay. This is why we were prepared to walk through the valley of the shadow of death, because that's where the people are. You know what I'm saying? You don't sit here and say it's demonic to go there when God told you to go there. You know what I'm saying? This is where she lifted me up out of. And now they telling you to go back to the church to limit you and limit your power. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. That's how I feel. I feel like the devil removed her. Okay. And she think it's God. God will never tell you to diminish yourself and get smaller. You know what I'm saying? And stop helping people. You know what I'm saying? Stop helping people. And now you scaring folks. Instead of helping people, you got folks scared. Okay. And vibrating in the energy of fear is never going to get you where you're trying to go. Okay. And so like I said, again, the only difference between me and her is the illusion of separation. I know that I'm not separate from God. I'm not separate from the other people. I ain't separate from the rocks, the trees, the wind, none of that. Okay. Not separate from the earth. Well, I'm a part of it. And she feels that we're separate from God. And so therefore when we pray to God, it's not ourselves. It's it's something else that we have to, it's like, you know, that feels to me like giving your power away. Like you giving your power to something outside of yourself, because my God is within me. We're together. We're one. He's never going to leave me. Ain't never left me. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? When I pray, my prayers is going within. You know what I'm saying? And within is not within me and through me and up to the sky, but to the God that's in me, that stays in me, that's not leaving. I don't have to summon him in and all of that. He's always in here. It is me. Okay. And people don't understand that. That's what Jesus was trying to make folks understand. Okay. He would say, I am God. My Father is in me and I'm in him. Y'all don't understand. It's like your mind. You can't wrap your mind around that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, God is bigger than us. He's the whole, but we're also in him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, so when you're operating in your power, that is the power that God gave you as his child. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just my children are just as much me as my hands and feet are. Okay. And that's just as how much we are God. That's why we have power. That's why we have gifts. So how dare somebody tell you to be scared of your own power and your own gifts? That person is operating in fear, devil energy. Okay. And so, you know, that's all I wanted to say. And that fear comes from that illusion of thinking that you're separate from God. Okay, ain't nobody praying to no damn rocks. Ain't nobody praying to no crystals. Ain't nobody believing in the crystals. But we know that God created those crystals, and those crystals do have a function. They have an energy, of frequency, of vibration, higher energy, frequency, and vibrations than most rocks. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? How are you just gonna not acknowledge all that knowledge that you have? Like, what the hell happened? Like, all of these things you know, but you just gonna act like you don't know it? Like, no, God don't want me to know it. No, that's not possible. You know what I'm saying? That's how they feel, though. People who cling on to the book and to religion, they feel like God don't want them to know it. That's why they call the knowledge occult knowledge. You know what I'm saying? It's hidden, but it wasn't hidden because God didn't want you to know it. Okay, it's hidden because the devil didn't want you to know it. Okay, so it's so I don't know. I guess we are in this very strange times where people are because everybody is having like their own spiritual revelations, you know what I'm saying, their own awakenings in their own ways, you know what I'm saying, and in some people it is inciting fear, you know what I'm saying, but I just I'm really shocked at the people, you know what I'm saying, certain people that it's affecting in certain ways. I absolutely was not expecting that. Felt that anybody argue with me. Yeah, demonic. Just like I said earlier when I had posted that picture, I was trying to get an answer about my picture, like, because I was really trying to find out, like, can an app switch my face around, or is this like some Mandela effect type shit, right? And some narc in the group was like, you just posted that fake ass picture for attention. And I'm like, I'm not even gonna argue with you but I'm just like, damn, how does someone perceive that? Like, people really are out here projecting their own states of mind onto other people. I mean, I don't do anything for attention. You know what I'm saying? I don't want attention from these damn demons out here. You know what I'm saying? What is attention gonna do for me? Attention is a currency for narcs. Okay, what do I want all of these demonic ass people's attention on me for? Okay, that is, but because I was getting attention, because it was getting attention, you mad because you a narc. So I'm like, what was your purpose for commenting other than you wanting to get some damn attention? Because if you couldn't answer the question, why are you even here? You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, since this shift has happened, I've noticed that the narcs, because they seem to be highly irritated, because they seem to understand that they have missed out on something. Okay. They don't know quite what it is, but they know that they've been left behind on something. Okay. And they seem to be very irritated because, they just trolling around in comment sections, you know what I'm saying, trying to harass people, searching for supply because they probably didn't ran away everybody in their real lives. You know what I'm saying? And so, they're really upset because they know that in a minute we're going to be completely out of their reach. You know what I'm saying? And so, but yeah, a lot of people are flipping, I'm not going to say that, where they at is not where they supposed to be and all of that. I'm just going to say that I can't receive their message. And so this is where we part ways because, I don't understand where you're going. And I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand where you're going. And so, because like I said, God encompasses everything, you know what I'm saying? All of that. And so it's bigger than one religion. It's bigger than one book. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna just tell me a book that we know ain't even complete, that everything you need to know about God is in that book. Okay, how does that make? I don't even see how that makes sense to you. And it's not the whole book. And so I can't receive that. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not gonna tell nobody else not to receive it. I mean, everybody, like I said, everyone has, when I talk about fishers of men, you know what I'm saying? We all have our own boat. We all have our own section of the lake where we're fishing at. So some people are there where she needs to pick them up from, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But I'm never going to negate somebody else's, because of, again, the thing that religious people do, and it causes division, is they think they know what everybody else's damn path is. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what a person's purpose is. So how can you tell them what they're supposed to be doing and what their path should look like? You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that I'm never going to try to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell you know what your purpose is. So, all I'm going to say is that it doesn't fit me. You know what I'm saying? I can't receive it. But they will sit straight up and tell somebody, you going to hell, your path is evil. You know what I'm saying? Like they just know, what I'm saying, for a fact that they just got, that half a book is their key to the kingdom, honey. Okay. They have, girl, they hunting, they searching for supply every kind of way that they can find it. Okay. Dr. B speaks. The reason why I emphasize that book, because people need to understand that it is just a book given to man by man. Because now this is the thing, if that book had magically appeared on the table and was glowing and shit, and and it spoke and said, this is the word of God, I would believe it more than I do when I know that it has been through all of these people's hands who don't even have any type of spiritual inclination whatsoever, no understanding of God that really, spoke the words, and they've put in their own fear-based stuff, their own opinions, limiting beliefs, and all of that, and they've removed stuff out of it. The most important things have been removed. And so how in the hell I can't stand on that? You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm finna give folks as a completion of what they need in order to, that is not gonna get it, honey. That's not gonna get it. And so, you know what I'm saying? I told, I'm very well versed in the Bible and in the church. I was on the ministerial staff. I was in the church, you know what I'm saying? But my path took me through the church, because the church was never going to be enough. Okay, y'all teaching from a half-ass book. What do you mean? Stuff has been taken out of there. And every time I would bring it up, they were trying to put me out the church. But you know what I'm saying? The devil owns those churches. I know. I sat in on the business meetings. I sat in on the business end of it. Okay. I went to a bougie ass church. Okay. Black folks with money, lot of money. Okay. And so I know that it's nothing but a business. Okay. And so these people don't even believe in God themselves. They take advantage of the people that do. Okay? God is not in no damn book. You know what I'm saying? The great spirit that my ancestors worship was in everything, not in no damn book. Okay? The book was created to condense your belief, to make God smaller and less perfect than what God really is, to make God encompass less than what God really does. You know what I'm saying? And so, no. I can't receive that. You know what I'm saying? So this, like I said, just pay attention to everything that's going on with everybody around you. You know what I'm saying? Because folks, like I said, in my dream, people were possessed and did not know it. I'm never going to lose sight of that. Because I even had to ask myself, okay, am I possessed and don't know it? But you know what I'm saying? You have to really, you have to examine yourself first of all. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to project everything out onto everyone else, before you've examined the self. And I always examine myself, but I know I'm not possessed. You know what I'm saying? And I also know that this girl is, I don't know I'm not trying to say where she is now, but all I know is that I know for a fact that she helped me, and it was the spirit of God, and it wasn't nothing demonic when she helped me. Okay, so I don't know what she's talking about, and I'm just, I'm literally perturbed by the situation. Okay, I am absolutely baffled and flabbergasted by what's happening to some of these people on this spiritual path. Okay, like I said, I believe as the war, because like I said, this person had grown a great bit and was really influencing a lot of people in a positive way. But then you turn around and say that was demonic. That's the backwards ass looking at shit like how narcissists do. That's the devil. You know what I'm saying? We know the devil. We have learned to recognize the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Devil energy. It comes up as fear. You know what I'm saying? It's all fear-based. You know what I'm saying? Among other things, but fear. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the main things. And anytime that shows up, you know that's not God. Okay? God didn't give you the spirit of fear. So anytime you're moving in that, and so, it basically takes being honest with yourself. Are you being honest with yourself about why you're doing what you're doing? What the hell scared you, honey? Some scared you because, you know what I'm saying? Some scared you and you went back to church. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to need the whole story because I just can't receive it. You know what I'm saying? I can't. And so, like I said, it's either, you know what I'm saying? It's not about the religion, y'all. It's about the relationship. Okay, make sure you cultivate a relationship, because when you got the relationship, you ain't got to worry about whether your guru then flip the script on you. Okay, you didn't follow the guru all the way down the rabbit hole. Okay, and now they gonna turn around and talk about, no, we going back. So you know what I'm saying? Learn from people like Doreen Virtue and people like that. You know what I'm saying? If they got off the path, honey, they probably wasn't supposed to be on it to begin with. Okay. And so, like I said, that's why a lot of people get thrown off the path. You were here trying to make money. You was here trying to make an image. You was here for views. The reason why I know is because that's what they accusing everybody else of. And I know good and damn well that ain't what I'm here for. I don't care about no damn views. What does that do for people? Like, that is currency for a narc. Okay. Views and likes and dumbass shit like that. I don't even hardly show my face on my pages. And bitches talking about I'm on here trying for attention. Girl, I don't need no damn. I can go outside. I can get real attention in real life. What I need to be on here for? So, you know, it's because that's how they think. And so, like I said, I'm not judging anybody, but I do feel like a lot of the readers who were thrown off the path, you was thrown off because your intentions and motivation for doing it was not right. Okay, because the readers, there's a lot of readers on here and they are very compassionate, empathic, and helpful. Okay, moving in the spirit of God. Okay, and actually helping people, doing the work of God. And so I feel like they feel like it's demonic because they were being used by demonic spirits because of your ill intentions. Okay. And like I said, this is not a judgment, but I feel like they were motivated by the fact that they could make a lot of money and trying to make a career of it, trying to make an image of it. You know, it was, you know, a hobby for you. And, you know, for me, I was motivated by the fact that I had been helped by tarot readers, and I wanted to help people that way. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that I'd already knew how to do it. I already knew I had the gift. I had just put my cards away, and I decided to pull them back out. And so, you know what I'm saying? Just understand that, you know, just know what spirit is moving you. You know what I'm saying? And understand that the devil ain't got no gifts to give you. Okay. All he can do is try to trick you into using your shit for his purpose. Okay. And tarot reading is not inherently evil. Okay. Ain't nobody over here summoning up no demons. You know what I'm saying? Just to read the cards. You know what I'm saying? We were born with these gifts given to us by the same God that the church folks claiming that they operating in. Okay. When they doing they little prophesying or whatever they doing out of that book. Okay. And so, like I said, that book ain't no less of a tool than these cards are. Okay. And like I said, that book was written over 2,000 years ago. Okay. But God is still speaking today. Okay. And it ain't got to be through no book, no cards, because tarot readers, we don't need the cards. We are channeling spirit. We can channel it. If y'all look at my readings, I always channel the cards that I pull before I pull them. Okay. Because I'm working side by side and together with spirit, and even side by side. You know what I'm saying? It's soul to soul. I am the spirit. Okay. It's my lower self and my higher self, however you want to say it. There is no separation. Okay. At the end of the day, there is no separation. If you drop everything physical right now, there's no separation between me and y'all. Okay. Ain't no separation between anything. Okay. Empaths were born and are inherently hardwired into this unity consciousness. We have never felt that we were separate from other people or separate from God. And the reason why people are able to be narcissistic is because they do believe in that illusion of being separate from other people and separate from God. Okay. And so that's why they think they can do shit to other people. That's why they cause all the drama and you know, bring karma back on themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand the connection. They believe in the illusion. That is an illusion. The truth is God is in you. God is you. You are God. Okay. God does not require you to diminish yourself for God to be God. Okay. God requires you to get as big as you can be. Okay. To prove that your creator is God. Okay. You're not honoring God by making yourself smaller. Okay. You honor your creator by being great. Okay. Be great. And don't feel that the devil, because I mean, y'all giving the devil too much lip service. Y'all giving the devil power that he doesn't have. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no power to give you. If you have gifts, that came from God. You know what I'm saying? It's all about your intention when you use those gifts. Okay. How you going to say you got good intentions and good motivation, but I was still doing demonic things? No. You know what I'm saying? You got some kind of control over what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? You act like you just a vessel just out here getting played, you know what I'm saying, by something, and you ain't got no control yourself. You know what I'm saying? Your intentions and your motivation has everything to do with, you know what I'm saying, the outcome of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So if you got good intentions and you're motivated by love, ain't no way in the hell the devil can usurp that and use that for his purposes. Something here is not, you know what I'm saying? Some ain't making sense here. Like I said, I feel that if these people examine themselves more, they will feel that, you know what I'm saying, they will find that if God did pull up on them and set their asses down and tell them, don't do this, you know, you got to do it in another way or whatever. Because I feel like they have a calling and they doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like if you were set down from doing it, it was because your motivations and intention was not right. Okay. And so, you know what I'm saying? You was getting too big doing it. You was making too much money doing it, and you was doing it for the money. You was doing it for the image or for whatever. And that ain't, you know what I'm saying? It began to feed your ego, perhaps. I don't know. But that ain't never been the case with me. It will never be the case with any empath. We're not wired like that. Okay. So these people who, you know what I'm saying, who kind of moving in their ego a little bit, that's why they got their asses set down. Not because tarot is inherently evil or demonic. You know what I'm saying? You know, you ain't prayed to no devil. You know that your intention is to be helpful. Don't let nobody else tell you that the devil can take your good intentions and your loving intentions and use it for his good. He can't do that. The only God can take the devil's intention and use it for his stuff. The devil ain't got no power like that. Okay, not if you ain't around here drifting. If you have control over your own mind, okay, and you know what your intention is and your motivation is, and that's what's driving you, then you're in the energy, frequency, and vibration. If it's in the energy and frequency and vibration of love, then it's backed by God. Okay, if you motivated by, because I love people and I want to help people, and I want to help people like I was, you know, like they helped me, and I know that people are hurting like I was helped, and I know, and don't nobody else understand. The counselor don't understand, the pastor don't understand, your mom and them don't understand, the church don't understand, but the tarot reader, they understand. Okay, they do understand, and they nursed me back to health. Okay, so there's people on every road. Wherever God is going to send you, God got his people stationed everywhere. Okay, because the people that you went to get, that's where they are, in the valley of the shadow of death. Okay, at the end of the day. So, you know, people getting scared. That's all it is. They going down, and it got a little too dark down in that valley. So let me go back and get this book, because, you know what I'm saying, this is the directions. And I'm really not making fun of anything, but you know what I'm saying? It's just really disheartening to see, you know, somebody who was very helpful and instrumental in my healing to say that what they were doing was demonic. I just can't receive it. And so I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Like I said, the illusion, think about the illusion of separation. If you feel that you're separate, you know what I'm saying, from God, that's an illusion. That's not the truth. That's the matrix. That's how you got in the matrix. That's how you stay stuck in the matrix. And the only thing that you need to do to get out of it is to remove yourself from that illusion. Stop believing in it. Look for the unity in things. Look for the truth, because the truth is that we are one. There's no separation between me and you. And when you put us all together, that's how you get God. Remember to put back together. Okay, that's all of us. Each one of us is a little piece of God, the God puzzle that needs to be put back together, that needs to be remembered. And you'll have the whole, you have the Holy One. Okay? God is not separate from us. God is us. We are God. But those who feel like they needed to diminish themselves for God to feel bigger, they feel like you're being arrogant to say, you know, God is us, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, that's why they killed Jesus. Okay, but they act like they teaching from Jesus, but they don't understand that the people that gave you that book is the same people that killed Jesus. And with that, I'm going to let y'all go, okay? Dr. B Speaks, it's good to see you, babe. I'm too fly for this BS. Thanks for stopping by. Crystal Mariah, I'm glad you found me, love. And anyone else that stopped by, thank you all. okay, for sharing this time and space with me. And once again, like I said, I don't have any any ill intentions or judgment against anybody, but certain things I can't receive, and you're not supposed to receive everything, okay? So don't cultivate that religion, but cultivate a relationship with the spirit within you. You always be discerning enough to know what is and is not a word for you, okay? Peace. Love and light, my people.